Straight up versus 13 cinematic language. Noctis waking up in the car. Come on, Nomura. Gotta love it. The Masamune? Man, this is prime lore, guys. Hojo training Sephiroth? No! Oh my god, it's a Masamune. Guys, I am Masamune. My heart and soul were poured into this steel. My theory has essentially been confirmed. Today we're reacting to Ever Crisis, the first soldier, episode 2, Sephiroth's story. We're going to see if my popular theory about the Masamune was true. Seems like it's pretty spot on. Very excited, and of course we're going to talk about the cinematic language, the writing, the characters, the story. If you enjoy our time together, make sure to check out my rich catalog of Final Fantasy VII content, cinematic breakdowns, and for the cultured, my Tifa cosplay. Alright, very exciting. We're watching this on a YouTube channel called Faz, who uploaded it. If you guys aren't familiar with my theory, I essentially had a theory that Sephiroth should find the Masamune in Wutai, because it's the only country he uses Japanese-looking weapons. And I said that maybe he would have a character sort of the Hector to his Achilles, sort of war rival that he would have to earn it from, but he also has a camaraderie with, and that there's a tragedy in that person dying, amongst other things, and it's a very multifaceted theory, but that's one of the parts about the Masamune, because the Masamune seems to be a magical weapon, a powerful weapon that has abilities where he can cut through fate itself and create portals. So that was just a little bit of my thinking, and it seems like they might actually be going down that road, so I'm very excited. This looks like Wutai here. Beautiful visuals here. I mean, what I would pay to watch all of this story, including Rebirth, remake, everything, and this level of cinematic. Here we go. Is that the Masamune? It's like a documentary film. Lucrezia? No. Okay, it's a rescue mission. It's like a documentary film. Is that me? Is this me in China making my Shaolin Temple documentary? Wow. I'll never see. I love that. I think we're getting little snippets. The Masamune? Is that Lucrezia? Oh no. So I think we just got like a trailer of everything that's going to happen in the normal art style. Again, what I would pay to see it all like this as a movie. Okay, 1992 over Wutai. That's important. We'll remember that date. Straight up versus 13 cinematic language. Noctis waking up in the car. Come on, Nomura. Gotta love it. Ah, man, Angeal looks so awesome. Even though I'm still on Rookie. He is not into it. He's super Noctis. Yep, this is such a fun idea to have a documentary filmmaker with them the whole time. So is he looking back on it and narrating? A time that altered history for... This is very interesting. And now we're back to the chibi style, which... We'll take it. But I prefer the other one. You think I look older than 16? Give it 20 years, and you'll be asking me how I kept my youthful glow. Sephiroth, not impressed or interested. I was born in Benora, even though you don't know the place. I'm sure you've heard of Benora Whites. The apples. Some people call them dumb apples. You've had one before, right? He does not care. It's not. This is hysterical. What a relationship, huh? I figured out why I was made squad leader over our young hero here. He does not speak. Because even though you're a soldier without equal, a leader, you are not. Is that what you do? Make a sour face and expect everyone else to keep a wide berth? This is kind of cool. I think he's going to soften him up. You think it'll work on me? I think he's actually asleep. I think he's pulling a Vincent right now. I bet you've never even been reprimanded. I mean, he's a one-man army. I don't think he has to be reprimanded. You're just a punk cyborg kid. But I'll accept that the higher-ups appointed you the great hero as our new leader. That said, if you whistle to round us up again, I'll kick your ass. Glenn, not having it. Well, I'm up for this challenge. He's just got nothing to say. I love it. It was September 1992. Sephiroth and Angeal had landed at the ruins of Robio, located in the southern tip of Wutai. Young soldiers were on a search and rescue mission. The objective was to track down their 4 missing comrades. And they're in. They have been placed. I like how they don't talk to Bachman, by the way. He's just there. This is Russ Bachman of Shinra's Records and Archives Division. At the time, my title was Chief. That's so cool. So he's literally making a documentary of what's happening for the archives. Stop that. Sorry, but it's my job. I'm here to film the Igara Forbidden Zone and Robio. Get you two in action. Especially you. Some kind of promotional video. Probably. As for PR to decide. Let's get to it then. So, Sephiroth. Tell me a bit about your aspirations. He's not gonna he's not gonna talk. Say something bold. Inspire me. Angeal gonna defend him. The missing soldiers are my partners, my mentors, my friends. I'll get them back to Midgar, whatever it takes. Nothing's more important to us than that. Do we understand each other? So put the camera down. Of course, we're all professionals here, and pros don't step on each other's toes. We're looking for 4 missing soldiers with no distress signals to follow. We have to do this the hard way. Alright, we're rolling. He's like, you're not putting out what I'm saying. You're not listening. He's ahead. That's hysterical. He's taking point backwards. Whoa, 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 whoa. Time to show off your stuff, Sephiroth. Wow me! Sephiroth doesn't want to do on film? Is that what's happening? That's so funny. Is he actually not gonna fight? That's hysterical. Hey, look, and now they look like they should look again. Here's Angeal. And the art style switch is so jarring, I'm not gonna lie, because this looks so cool. Literally put these character models in the stuff where they're walking around, and it looks like Rebirth. And it's weird. What was that? Why didn't you fight? You had it handled. What? I know you soldiers are all about efficiency, but you have to give me something to work with here, man. You didn't do anything for the camera. PR wants footage of legendary Sephiroth in action. I'm here to get it for them. Like I said, we're all pros here, so help each other do our jobs, huh? I never heard anything about being filmed. That's because you don't come to the briefings. True, true. No retort there. I love these interactions. Soak all you want. You won't get rid of me. Yeah, I like how Angeal is like more of a commanding presence. And more of a professional kind of like soldier, if you will. Instead of kid that's just powerful and placed there. People of Wutai call this place Igara Forbidden Zone. They don't dare to set foot within its borders. That's why the top brass figured they must be hiding something. Something big. So naturally they sent a squad of soldiers to investigate. Some of our finest, according to records. Every one of them went missing. No distress signals, no trace, nothing. I like this. This is very creepy. If you've seen one ruined village, you've seen them all. No one's been here for a long time. The scars hint at what happened. Destruction like this takes monstrous power. What do you think, Sephiroth? Search for the missing soldiers. Don't get in the way of your filming. It's not my job to think of anything else. You're missing out. What do you mean? New experience is never a waste of time. You'll learn a lot more if you stop treating everything as a job. I don't agree. Oh yeah? Then convince me otherwise. He's getting the drama here. He's getting the drama. Man, I can't believe this footage. Wish I could be there to see it when PR starts tearing their hair out. That's funny. He's like the legendary soldier's not doing anything. This is going to drive PR insane. How are we going to sell Sephiroth? How are we going to make him sellable? How are we going to make Play Arts Kai figures of him? Like this. Little do they know the fans like this all the more, right? Over there. Soldier down. We're up, Sephiroth. Let's clear them out before he gets eaten. Alright. Whoa, cool outfit for Sephiroth, Faz. You're dealing with us now. Awesome. It's Marco Morse. He's been dead for more than 3 days by the looks of it. These wounds are something else. We didn't even have a chance to save him. Did you know him? I told you before, every soldier is my ally, my friend. I'll bring his body in later. First, we have to locate the other ASAP. We'll be back soon. I promise. Dang, Angeal, good guy from the beginning. Stand-up guy from the beginning. It's a shame to see what happens to him in Crisis Core. Never seen anything like this soil here. It's fine as ash, but glitters like glass. I bet it has something to do with why they call this place the Forbidden Zone. We find the survey crew, find our answers, but we have to hurry. Cool, a little bit of exploration here. I wish they had more exploration in this. Nice camera angles here. I like the characterization of them so far. I will say it's far stronger than Crisis Core. They also have the luxury of taking more time. Another one. In Crisis Core, it's often very rushed. You know, Madame Fawn, P model soldier. He's been dead for days too. He's not much older than us. That reminds me, hey Sephiroth, you knew Lucia, right? She was in charge of training the P models. She and her friends Glenn and Matt assaulted one of the engineers on their mission and fled. No one's seen him since. But you were with them, right? What were they like? At least he's not filming when he asks. Talking to the three of you. This must be what it's like to have fun. I think I'm enjoying it. We never talked about personal matters. They were just another squad I was assigned to. I bet they loved you. Who wouldn't? I think he was being sarcastic there. Those traitors were so busy colluding with the enemy they didn't even see the hero in their midst. It's better you didn't get mixed up with those idiots. I like that the pacing is literally taking its time, you know, letting the characters breathe, letting them have scenes, and kind of expand the characterization instead of just these kind of like tent-pole moments for the characters, which Crisis Core very much was. I feel like we really barely get to know Angeal at all. And then very, very, very early in the game, we're kind of forced to feel tragedy for him and stuff, and it can be a little tough because the UMD file sizes were just so small they didn't have time to do a lot of cutscenes. So you can tell it was like a grand vision that was very condensed. Angeal Hewley, you probably already know this, but I'll say just in case, even among soldiers, I'm a special case. I'm the only one who can speak freely to Professor Hojo, whose research is devoted to expanding our limits. So even though we might be working together now, we'll never be friends. Damn. Didn't expect that. Happy to get that off your chest. I love Angeal. You can see being around the professor so much did wonders for his personality. Yes. Don't let anyone hear you say that, Angeal, but off the record, I agree. This is really cool. I like where they're going with it. Nice environmental design, too. The music's a little bit eerie. I like it. And there's a feeling of tension building here, both in the relationships and whatever's going on in this forbidden area. Maybe it has to do with the Masamune. Maybe it doesn't. Or we'll find out. We will indeed. Synth catalyst. It's Ed Shooter. He's just as bad as the others. It's a monster from Remake. Sephiroth, take care of those. You do it. I'm gonna watch over Ed. Something tells me protecting a dead body is below your pay grade. Oh, you gonna fight? Bachman, get your camera out. It's gonna be quick. Better hit record now, buddy. I told you. There he is. It's a cool outfit. I'll bring him back. Only one more left. I'll call the chopper. What is it? These wounds were made by a blade. Is that so? The same as those on Marco and Radam. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's up? It's highly likely that a person killed these men. These cuts were done by a blade, not claws. You don't think a ninja did this, do you? It's a possibility. Let us know if you catch anything else, Sephiroth. Just a simple exchange of intel. You can manage that, right? Alright. Something's headed our way right now. Oh! Oh, that's my cue. Yeah, get your camera out, dude. I don't see anything. Above us! Whoa! That's terrifying. Huge toad. Yeah, I figured Sephiroth gonna one shot. That's crazy. Angeal looks so awesome, man, with the Buster Sword. Whenever we're gonna learn more. I love his victory stance. Whenever we're gonna learn more about Buster Sword, how his dad made it. See? Exchanging intel isn't so bad, is it? But you knew it was coming as much as I did. Still, it's important to communicate these things, especially when it's not just us two. What did I just say? Come on. We have one more to find. Man, what I wouldn't give to see this in that art style, I'm telling you. The cinematics. With how bad the other three were, I don't think our last target has very good odds. They won't give up without a fight. So, Sephiroth. Angeal says that all soldiers are his friends, even those he hasn't met. But for you, it seems to be more of an out-of-sight, out-of-mind deal. Makes me wonder how most other soldiers feel. Like me, we might be the best of the best, but teamwork is our bread and butter. Time together strengthens our bonds, and those bonds make us more effective in battle. Enough talk. We have work to do. Okay, Dracula. Enough talk. I love it. Guess soldiers are as fierce as they say. Who needs tactics or teamwork when brute strength gets the job done? Damn. They say one soldier is equal to a whole squad. But when we work together, the job gets done quicker with fewer casualties. Isn't that right, Sephiroth? I've had my eyes on you for a while. Always wanted to work with you. How about this? I want to ask for the luxury of friendship. I just want a little bit of camaraderie from you. Camaraderie. I'm just a weapon. Artificial machine of massacre. False hero propped up to make Shinra look good. We need a comrade like that. I do. So I'll keep talking to you, even if you keep making that face. You're a weapon, a machine. It's alright with me. But you know what? That's exactly why we soldiers have to foster humanity. You can only do that by building bonds with each other. You got a point. All that is a hindrance in the battlefield. Just stay out of my way. He really can't get a read on Sephiroth. He can't get through to him. It's cool to see he's trying really hard, but he can't get through to him. They do become friends, sort of, eventually. You ever fought Wutai's ninjas? Were they tough? I've only faced them in simulations. What about you, Sephiroth? Simulation.
On to the next test, Sephiroth. I want to see how you work in a team.
Horribly. Ah! This is awesome. Man, this is prime lore, guys. Hojo training Sephiroth? This is amazing. The Angeal copy, like for the simulation, that's awesome. Or simulated Angeal. Did you hear me, Sephiroth? Ever fought a ninja? No. Damn. In the simulations, they were agile fighters. Real pain to pin down. Come to think of it, the simulator partnered us up with top performers for the day. Sephiroth was head and shoulders above the rest, so I usually got teamed up with him. But the simulation didn't prepare me for the man himself. I was pretty high in the rankings too. I bet I was your partner more than once. Wouldn't know. None of them really made an impression. This is great. You see what I'm saying? This is the sort of characterization we need.
Cool as ice.
Well, either way, seems like I'd rather not meet a ninja in the flesh. This is awesome. I love that we're getting this time, you know, to slowly see if he's going to break through to him. When they told me I was going for the Forbidden Zone, I thought I might not make it back. Glad I was wrong. Sure, the wildlife might be out of control, but having the two here sets my mind at ease. Having you two here. I wouldn't get too relaxed. This place is dangerous. No doubt about that. Got this feeling. It's like I've stepped foot into a battlefield. Something's not right here. How do you know? Call it a soldier's intuition. Doesn't Cloud say that? Intuition. We have keener senses than regular troops. Don't tell me you don't feel it too. Not really. Maybe you're just scared. He's always got the mic drops, man, and then he goes away. And there he goes. Yep. I love this. This is like such great Sephiroth content, man. It's so good. We're being watched. Sephiroth, what's wrong? This is soldier's intuition at work again? No. This ain't intuition, he knows. I don't have any ridiculous powers like that. I told you to let us know if you notice anything off. It's nothing. There, I told you. I think he's right, though. That's the crazy part. I bet he's right. Oh. What in the... If this has to do with the Masamune, I'm going to tweak out. Over there. They're alive. Are you search and rescue? That's right. Thank God. But be careful. There's... I don't know what this is. No! Is that the Masamune? There's no way. We're in for a fight. That sword is breathtaking. Is that the Masamune? A young man of refined taste, I see. I know a masterwork when I see one. And I know when its wielder is unworthy. Oh! Oh! Is that the Masamune? Let me see that. Let me see that. Oh my God, it's the Masamune. Guys. We'll take this codger down together. Time for teamwork, Sephiroth. Do whatever you want. Woo! Swordsmith Masamune. Of course, it's the swordsmith Masamune, the one who made it. And he got one shot by Sephiroth. Oh my goodness. What in the world is it? It's getting crazy. Okay, okay, here we go. Parts of my theory are very right. My theory has essentially been confirmed in part. What? He broke his sword. Yeah. I am Masamune, master swordsman of Robio. My heart and soul were poured into this steel. Shall bear my name forevermore, and there will never be another like it again. No matter how long I waited, none appeared to claim it as their own. I can wait no longer. I must now entrust it to a worthy warrior. No way. No way. Where's Ed? Where are the others? They didn't make it. Oh. My theory, man. So excited. But you'll bring them home, right? Of course. The music. Yep. Alyssa, man, it looks like Lucrezia. I guess introductions are in order. I'm Alicia Goldie, soldier, 2nd class. Things were bleak just minutes ago, but now I'm so happy I could hug you. Oh, yeah. What's going on? Is that like his sister or something? What? What is it? What are you staring at? It look like your sweetheart or something? Oh. Or maybe your mother? What in the... Why was she say... Something's up, man. Something's up. Something's going on here. Very fishy. I mean, she's in good hands. Bachman, you and Alyssa go ahead to the rendezvous point. I'll gather up our fallen allies. We can talk about what to do next. Mission went off without a hitch. We were in and out of Robio in less than a day, and we found all the missing soldiers. Unfortunately, there was only one survivor. There's hardly any opportunity to film the inspiring deeds of our hero, Sephiroth. Even among the elite soldiers, his combat prowess was unequaled. Shinra would be a shadow of its current self without him. Even before going on this mission, I heard he was a perfect specimen. Not even the wildest rumors prepared me for what he was truly capable of. It was far beyond human. That was as long as he was holding his sword. Once it was sheathed, the cracks were all too obvious. Time to go, Sephiroth. He was a troubled young man who couldn't even cooperate with others, let alone get friendly with them. His interest in his mission seemed close to zero. No PR material. That much was clear. How are they going to market him? It's my job to make him shine. Roth. Sephiroth. Sephiroth. Sephi. Who? Sephiroth. Mother. Oh! Welcome back, Sephiroth. How did your mission go? This is sad. Mother, what are you doing here? Don't be silly. Why wouldn't I be here? No, it can't be. I've been looking for you for so long. I'm sure you're just tired from working so hard. You must be hungry. I made your favorite. This is depressing. This is something he never had, right? He's never seen it like this. An empty bowl? Pumpkin soup. I've been dreaming about eating this again. What's gotten into you? I make you pumpkin soup every day. Or do you just like it that much? If only that were true. I'd be so happy. But it is true. I'm here now. Just like I've always been. And always will be. Yes. Yes, of course. You're here. I'm sorry, Mother. I was just confused. It's okay, Sephiroth. But you have to promise you won't forget how happy it makes me to cook for you. I like the picture how she's like motherly. Made something else for you too. It's a good luck braid. Hope it makes your work just a little bit easier. It's beautiful. Put it on your sword. That way I'll always be with you. If that's on the Masamune, I'm gonna tweak out, man. There's no way. Even when I'm not there. That sounds nice. I'll do that. You've always been my sweet little boy. Come, let me have a look at you. Come. Mother, thank you. This is all so sad, man. So much like a dream. Time to get moving, Angeal. Who? Dad? Better not keep your mom. Wait, so maybe this is the zone, the forbidden zone that they're in. Right. Today's her birthday. Oh, dude. His mom's in crisis core. Just calm down, Dad. You're gonna spill the food. You made more? I don't know if I can eat it all. That food looks good, man. We can try. Come on, it's your special day. All made with love and gratitude from Dad and I. Well, I'll do my best. Thank you. I think everybody's experiencing visions because of where they are, maybe? That's the house from Crisis Core. It's so good. I'm glad to hear that. Especially since I learned all this from you. I want to show off more of the repertoire you taught me, though. So I'll cover the cooking for the next few days. What's going on? I don't deserve all this. It makes me feel guilty. You think something bad is bound to happen to balance the scales after this wonderful day? A little, but you two will be fine. You both do so much to help others after all. I don't do anything out of the ordinary, especially not compared to Angeal. Just helping out where I can. We're still finding ways to process apples into products we can sell, so I'll donate some money to that next. Even after donating all that agricultural machinery, Village loves you enough already. Not as much as we do, though. I'm gonna be a soldier. Starting in spring. I'll be earning more than I can spend. So if I can use my wages to make our lives better, I will. After all, I owe you everything. Everything I am to my family. Are you sure that's what you want to do? It's dangerous work, isn't it? You won't reconsider? I just want things to be easier for you. After all the hardships you've been through, you deserve to finally relax. Nothing would make me happier. If joining Soldier will let me fight for the greater good, in the meantime, I can't think of a job I'd rather have. If you decided, then I'll do everything I can to support you. Let's raise a glass. My lovely wife, my extraordinary son. I've wanted to help my parents for so long, but I always felt powerless to do anything meaningful. Becoming a soldier will change all that. Will give my family the lives they deserve. Is that it? Wow. Wow, that's incredible. All right, so we got to look at the Masamune stuff again, my guys. My ladies, my God, what is going on here? This is crazy. Oh my goodness gracious. So, swordsmith Masamune, absolutely love it. It's kind of in line with my theory I was talking about. It really is. Look at this. I got to see right when he comes down. So what I like about it is it's actually the smith who made it. And he's like, I will never let anyone wield it unless they're worthy. It's super interesting. And he's also really powerful. He broke Sephiroth's sword, which I think is implying that the sword is more powerful than the wielder, but we'll see. So search and rescue. Right here, right here. Awesome. Run for a fight. So yeah, we get in here. That sword is breathtaking. It's super interesting that he says that right away, because he's not, I don't think he's threatened by this guy. They're incredibly powerful. He's also joined by Angeal, who's like, you know, probably the most strong soldier besides him, right? He notices the sword immediately. Young man of refined tastes, I see. Yeah, I think that's awesome. I know a masterwork when I see one. I know when it's a wielder. Something worthy. Wow. Instantly calls him out. I mean, he's an absolute savage freak to his comrades or friends. So not surprising that to the enemy, he is a monster. Just as mean. I like how he instantly attacks Sephiroth there after he says that, which is a cool detail. But anyways, let's observe a little bit. So, yeah, that's the Masamune. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I want to see. So he fights right here. Angeal damages a little bit, and then Sephiroth one-shots, right? This is probably just because the particular player has like an OP setup, I assume. But yeah, he just gets absolutely annihilated. Now, I want to look at this scene again. There's some really cool details here. Angeal looks so good, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, see this person in the cutscenes. Come on. Is that so much to ask? You already have the character model. Like, put him right there, you know? Now! But I thought this was really cool. So, he actually, yeah, cuts the sword. What? Cool character. But I like how his name is Masamune, which is actually a figure in Japanese history too. I am Masamune, master swordsmith. Heart and soul were poured into this steel. Yeah, really cool character. This ancient looking guy. Looks like something out of a myth. This is really awesome. He actually almost looks like a summon, doesn't he? He almost looks like Rama. Shall bear my name forevermore, and there will never be another like it again. So I already love it. Like I said, why is the Masamune so powerful? Like, where does it come from? Like, is it imbued with some magic? Like, how is he able to cut through time and space with it? So I like that we're actually exploring that. How did he make it? Nobody knows, and then he's gonna die, right? So he can't make another one. I think that's a really cool idea. If they decide to keep it vague like that, I'm into it. I think that's really cool. They could also like show or have him explain how he made it and why it's so strong. But I like this idea that he's like this ancient, powerful master with like a technique that's lost, or some magic that's been lost with him, and he dies, does not get passed on, which is a thing that a lot of people are dealing with now in the world. Like, old techniques are being replaced by, you know, kind of like synthetic technology in all these ways, and kind of like streamlined ways to do it, when a lot of the handmade craftsmanship, which you guys know I'm very into, is not there anymore. It's being lost. I think that's cool. No matter how long I waited, none appear to claim it as their own. So this is super interesting. I assume now the guy lives, that Sephiroth is going to do that at some point. And also we saw in the preview in the beginning, Lucrezia, or whoever the heck this is, Alyssa, said that I think that when Sephiroth takes up that sword, it will change history. Very cool. Can wait no longer. I must entrust it to a worthy warrior. So I assume that Sephiroth is going to be that worthy warrior, or I think a cool twist would be a very cool way that Sephiroth is not the worthy warrior. Like, he names him not worthy as he's dying, and then Sephiroth takes it anyway. I think that would be really interesting. This kind of play on a hero and what it means to be, and his sort of wrestling with his power and what he wants to be. And he could say, no, I'll prove you wrong. I will be a hero, but it'd be interesting for him to kind of not be named that. So we'll see. Very interested. But it's funny, my like, if we go back just a little bit, I mean, my theory is very spot on. Like, it's kind of strange. It's kind of amazing how close this is to my Sephiroth idea from a couple of years ago, when I said there was going to be a warrior in Wutai that the Masamune came from. Like, it was this warrior sword. Here we are. It turns out it was actually the smith of the Masamune, even cooler, who is a warrior. And Sephiroth is going to take it from him at some point. I'll be danged. It's awesome. It's awesome to see. It's really exciting. Apparently, the team and Nomura are in the chat. Say hi if you're here now. No, I'm kidding. But it's really cool to see this idea come to light. And listen, it's, you know, it was just me thinking about the lore in the world and the only way that it would make sense. I'm really glad that we are getting a backstory for this, because for me, it can really enrich the story that's going to happen in Remake Part 3. And I think this is very well done. I enjoy it. But yeah, that's what we got so far. I'm going to go back to this one line here. What she says right here. These visuals are so good. It hurts, and I think this is likely the charm that Sephiroth has on his sword. But anyway, these visuals are so good. To see these scenes like this would be a dream. It's a shame that we'll never get them like that, and they chose this art style. But that's just my take on it. I have a feeling that the moment Sephiroth takes that sword in hand, the world will change. That's a harrowing statement. So awesome. You really think so? And then she does this weird smile. It's like, what is her deal? Is she some way related to the Kretze? It doesn't quite look like her, but she does in the drawing. That's what's throwing me off. The hair is exactly the same, but... And then we get this flashback to Hojo in the simulator, I guess? But I think what's happening is, so they started to have these dreams of Angeal seeing his family, Sephiroth seeing the Kretze. I think what's happening is this place, this forbidden land, is toying with them in some way because of power here that slumbers here. So again, it could be the Masamune. It could be that this ancient swordsmith has that power or is controlling it as well. Yeah, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. The one aspect of my theory that it hasn't included quite yet is that it was going to be this, sort of war feeling with this character being like the Hector to Sephiroth's Achilles, which that still can happen, just not on the battlefield, or rather just a small battlefield between them in a duel. So I'm very interested to see where they go with this. And perhaps that camaraderie appearing that he was looking for, Angeal was looking for Sephiroth, happens between Sephiroth and Masamune, and then they duke it out. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm really interested in what's going to happen with this, and it's just really exciting because I mean, one of the reasons I came up with the idea is I thought it would be a good way to take the story, so I'm glad that they're doing something very similar. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. I loved it. I loved doing a read of the story here. It was very fun, and man, I'm just going to say, the characterization is very good. It's very spot on, and I like it quite a bit more than the Crisis Core characterization that we get. Really allowing time to breathe for the story, for the characters to develop, and not just rushing to those big moments. If this whole thing was just a 1 minute segment of like him finding the Masamune guy, blah, 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 and then Angeal and stuff, like you wouldn't get this, 3 to 5 times of Angeal trying to be friendly with Sephiroth, gets shut down. And it's going to be interesting to see when they finally do have some sort of connection that they can find. And it might, in fact, be over the Masamune. So it's very interesting. They might too. And I'm curious when or if Sephiroth kind of asks about Angeal's sword. And we get that backstory as well. But anyways, great to see his father, too, the guy who forged the Buster Sword. I love it. But it's very interesting. And I'm quite excited to see where the story goes. So, yeah, big shout out to Nomura and the team for this. Obviously, I like where the story's going. So, you guys are the best. I can't wait to see what happens. And something else I'd like to see is, I said this before in one of my theory talks, I think it was with Sleep Easy and the guys, is that I want to see in Remake Part 3, in the opening segments, a flashback of all this. I think it'd be really strong. Like, I called it sort of a mini live stream sequence for Sephiroth. You know how Cloud has his big live stream sequence and we get his memories. I think it'd be really cool to have something like that for Sephiroth, where we get his backstory here. You learn about this and, very, very highlighted way. But I think it could be very strong, especially if we're going to see Angeal, if we're going to see Genesis, maybe in a flashback, maybe in something else for Genesis. I think it'd be a really strong way to kind of bridge that gap. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. Because I think Sephiroth here as a human, as a man trying to make his way in the world and struggle with his power is so infinitely interesting. I think it's very, very interesting and very sort of, there's a lot there. There's a lot of potential there for his character. Because we only typically see him as the post-Nibelheim, the sort of ascended Sephiroth mentally, who is very locked in. So I like this kind of doubtful version, and it's curious where it's going to go. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to sub here on YouTube if you're new. Follow on Twitch if you want to see my playthrough of FF7 and future projects. And I haven't had the time to go through Ever Crisis because it's a very grindy game. So I don't think I'd even be able to catch up to play through this personally. But I'm glad we can watch the scenes together. Thank you guys for being here. Hop in Discord as well, and I will talk to you soon.